Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Majestix Heroclix Podcast. My co-host, Patrick.
What's up?
We have with us the 2010 World Champion. He helped design the Black Adam from the Superman set. He won the Majestic Regional last year and has a soft spot for Metropolis villains, George Massu.
Fellas, how's it going?
Doing
Thanks for having
great.
me, man. Awesome.
Glad to see you wearing that Black Adam hat.
Love it.
Did you play in any WizKids Open?
Oh man, I'm about to miss my third WizKids Open in a row,
Oh, no.
and they're like right in the backyard too. Yeah, it's I just like shaking my head. It's like my scheduling goes out so far, and it just happens to always land on a date when I'm like not available. Work, something's going on, or it's like I'm out of town, or
Yeah, that sucks.
so I'm gonna miss the one on the 20th too. I'm gonna miss it again.
How far is the Eternal Games from you?
Like 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So close. And this is the third one. And I missed a rock event too. So it's the fourth in a row I'm missing.
Oh,
not because I want to miss them. It's just because it's just life, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, are you going to go to Worlds?
Not this year. I don't think so.
Yeah, they haven't announced like the venue or any of that stuff.
No, they have not. And I'm still really nervous about Sundays too. I'm really nervous about that.
Yeah, I know you're very you're very, very big on the playing everything on Saturday. Dude,
I've got to be like if I miss it, like I'm toast.
Unless it ends early.
Yeah,
you know,
I'll sit back and I'll watch. I'll make sure scheduling sticks.
Yeah.
When I hear like player feedback, and then if that's a good, if that's good, then I'd talk to the wife more because
are you gonna come to
her and my son? Like I gotta be here, man. I gotta be here.
Are you gonna come to ours in August?
That's what I'm talking to her about right now. It's basically just find a ride home on Sunday night.
That's easy.
I just got to pull the trigger, dude. I've got the flight already in Travelocity. I'm like ready to go.
And you got Clay.
Yep, staying at Clay's if I come.
Nice.
I'll drive you to John Wayne after. So that part's all set. You just gotta work.
Gotta get the green light from the missus.
I'm back on Sunday. Oh my god, man.
Yeah. Well, we'll be done like on Sunday. We're done at like noon for like the top, like the top 8. It's noon or 1 o'clock. So like whenever.
Flight leaves at like 4:30. If I leave that Sunday, I leave at 4:30.
That's from John Wayne, right?
No, from LAX.
Oh, LAX. Okay, so then you'll probably.
Yeah, so I'd hop back with Clay. I'd just get my to and fro from LAX.
That's easy. That's not a problem.
No, I don't think so.
So, and I was, since you're a Metropolis guy, I feel like you're going to be playing Lex.
I've seriously considered it, dude. Like, I'm looking at him right now.
You know that since he's been released, there's like a ton more Metropolis, right? Or Justice League guys that have come out. So you can play like Newsboy Legion.
I mean, you can do the Newsboy Legion. I'm still favoring the. Because I still have to have a way out. He's got to passively move. I still need to sidestep with him.
Yeah, which is Lust. You play Lust.
Right. Yeah. I got to do Lust or Brainiac and something like that.
And not only that, but like there's so many more like Pulse Wave call-ins now, right? With like the new Magneto.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. There's still there's still some good viable 200-point figures like
the new Storm
smash things with, but
there's
a big boy.
Oh, that's funny. There's another guy, Richard. He wants to play Lex too. So
Medina.
Medina, yeah.
Yeah. I dig him. He's a cool dude. Man.
So that's funny. The return of Lex, man, never really goes away. So we won't get to that yet. But okay, let's go over the lists, the winning list. There were 8 winning lists from the first 2 weeks of the WizKids Open, and like 6 out of the 8 are either Cosmic or Kobik based.
Cosmic and Kobik. Yep.
Yeah. And then the final 2 are
Monster and like 1 I think just put together. Right? Non-theme team.
Yeah. Or no, 5. I think 5 are Kobik, but or 5 are Cosmic, but I think they all have.
It was 4 Kobik and then 5 Cosmic because the Thanos.
Right. But there's another Cosmic that's not Kobik. It's Unseen.
Oh, the Trader Astronomer right here.
Yeah.
Mr. Nate White.
Yeah.
The originality.
Surprise.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
So do you like that? I mean, I think that's the new little Trader might be like the new versatility piece in the format. Right?
He's a good taxi. I think you can start him up with the space gem, right? So he can carry, and he's got perplex and invulnerability. It's like perfect for 45 points or 50 points. You're paying for the gem.
Yeah,
and then you get to switch equipment. So
right.
I mean, you can actually switch around your taxis if you wanted to go that route, or you can switch out your attackers by switching the power gem between himself. So
it's nice for him because he has like the 1 base damage, but you equip the power gem, he's got CCE or something. Yeah, nice.
So he's got 2 damage with perplex. With the CCE or RCE, that's quite a bit.
Yeah, so still going to do some damage.
Yeah, but it looks like it's just right. I mean, as of now, you think about it though. Last week was this past weekend and was the first week of
this format
post rotation, right?
Yeah,
and then the week before that was the last of the old rotation. So like, that's why the first 2 constructed results are from our Kobik based teams, because those are like the 2 most obvious teams, right? Shredders are gone. Sam Cap is gone, so that's actually a big one. Losing Sam Cap, I think.
Yeah,
that's one of the bigger ones.
Just a huge alpha strike.
Yeah, but we got Lord Chaos Master Order, Kobik, and the other one was Kobik Trader Unseen, which I feel like it's Kobik Trader plus your third cosmic guy.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a pretty this first one that won with Nebraska Lucas Tom. This is a pretty standard, I feel, Kobik build. That's you switch up everything else from suited henchman down and to customize it, but that's just the standard Kobik build.
The first
you
three
can
Kobik Trader Unseen.
If you chariot out Unseen and like the suited henchman and Flora, you can easily fit in Astronomer.
Exactly, and that's what Matty G's build he had at Nationals.
Yeah.
And then Chip was piloting the Lord Chaos Master Order through in there. So this is kind of like an anti-Vulture team, as he was describing it to me.
Yeah, you didn't play against him, did you?
I didn't play against him with this team. I played against Corey.
Okay.
And yeah, it was just it's a tough team to take down. Between the Mystics with Lord Chaos Master Order and just all that Invincible. It's a lot of Invincible.
What do you think of what do you guys think of this piece going forward in the format?
I think you'll see him more.
Seems pretty solid.
He's solid call-in battery.
Yeah.
So
it has perplex, right?
With
like 1,000,000 range.
Exactly. And what is he does the crit hits, right?
He like takes tokens away from you.
I think so, yeah. And if you get a crit miss, they add tokens for the opponent. Yeah. So yeah, he's pretty good. And obviously the trick with the Mangog, bringing him across the map to retaliate, pull the
that's actually really good. Yeah.
So it's pretty versatile.
It's a neat little micro strategy.
Yeah, and just the Oz there to counter the TK, which is pretty predominant in our format we have now. So yeah, pretty solid teams. I like them.
What are the other? So obviously we know the cosmic variants, right? Because if you look at these,
are you talking about week 2 or week 1?
Just going forward. I mean, like for sure, it's just going to be Cosmic Kobik. But what else do you see being in the format? Because there's no more Shredders. Is X-Men back in?
I feel they have a better chance. We'll see how things play out. I haven't had a chance to play test it against Kobik.
What do you think, George? Do you think X-Men will be back in any form, like either Blackbird or just like?
I think they're going to be on the fence.
Guys?
If I think they're going to be on the fence. I think that if you could make an X-Men team that can produce a lot of free attacks, then I think they'll be in. But they don't have a ton of rollouts. They die pretty easily. But they are low point. They have like a lot of figures, and they do kind of bring their own. Like
Vultures. I mean, Wolverine. He can survive.
2 hits. So you got So yeah. one shot to set them up to the stop click, and then one more after that.
And then, but then there's, I mean, some are playing 2 or 3 Wolverines, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I guess they're kind of on the fence for me right now. I don't know.
There's going to be a lot of new X-Men pieces we're going to get in the next set to help boost the keywords.
Yeah.
So,
but I guess for right now, because Regenesis is legal now?
August 7th.
Oh wow, a whole month.
Because it's like one of those special LE sets, or like yeah. So August 7th.
Okay. So then right now the format is just set until next month because I thought Regenesis, because definitely Regenesis would change it up a bit. I think.
Yeah. Especially with the call-ins.
Yeah.
Call-ins, yeah.
Beast, Shadow, or Kitty Pryde, Psylocke.
Yeah, Psylocke. It's ridiculous. Yeah. So it'll be good.
Anything from Regenesis that's going to be
main build,
main force. Do you think that's going to be? I mean, I guess it would have to be an X-Men team, right?
Yeah. I don't think the Jean Grey School will be, or the Utopia would be possible. Could be wrong, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
I can't either. I think ID call-ins is going to be it. Really.
That's about it.
I will say in Regenesis in the format, if you pull a Wolverine, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. Throw that out there. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's pretty ridiculous. You don't even have to be theme team for him to be really insane because he just clears and heals. Exactly.
I went. I pulled him and Magneto in the event that I played in. I went 3-0, so it was a good time.
So then if X-Men is on the fence, and we know about Cosmic, so what? We got nothing else.
How do you feel about Wakanda?
Like, just what do you mean? Like, what? I mean, there's a bunch. Are you talking about like playing Okoye and Black Panther to make pods?
I think the Black Panthers, they got played at the last event that I went to, and they did okay. I think with some fine tuning, they could do a little better. Even with the unseen, I still think they're somewhat okay. Just depends on whose hands they're in.
But then it's not Wakanda then. Are you talking about Wakanda theme?
Oh, I thought they had Wakanda too, no?
Unseen? Are you talking about Unseen?
No, I'm talking about the Black Panther chase, the 1000 BC one.
Oh, yeah. No, he does.
Yeah, so him with some support. With a map bonus. So
we got Vulture then, right?
Vulture.
So then the Vulture team has to just be full on Vulture because there's no more Hawkeye, like, from Patrick Fraser's build.
Yeah. I still feel he's better as a 2-man army versus just all into him. But if we can work out the right support or find the second man to his army.
What about Venomverse guys?
They fell off the map hard.
Well, now it's new. It's like a new format. So things could change because, Captain Venom pulling over Venom Spider-Man is pretty scary.
Oh, yeah. Venom Spider-Man's gross.
What else? So Avengers would be even...
the new Medusas.
Oh, yeah, that's another one, Medusa. Do you think those are viable? I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah. With Voyager, and you bring over 3 of them, that's a lot of free attacks.
You know what? But what I'm worried about is they have to move on turn 1.
Yeah.
Then if you're able to get to them, then you can hurt them pretty bad.
They have a pretty high theme, and if they you go to the Stark map.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Turn 1, they move. Turn 1. If they move, you can shoot.
Yeah.
Because Professor X tank is still a thing, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, if they move far enough and you're able to get a shot off, you can really mess up their placement, right?
Yeah, just if they lose map bonus, but if they win map bonus, they go to the Stark Tower or the Stark map, and they go to the elevator with all the walls, and you can't throw the tank there because you can't place it.
Oh, you can't place it on there at all?
It's elevated, and the rest is down, I believe.
No, but is the elevation? Are you sure it's not a 2x4? I feel like there's a 2x4 on there, unless you just go or unless you're talking about like on the side.
I'd have to look. I can't remember off the top of my head.
But if you go on the side, yeah, for sure you won't be able to do that. But then it's also hard for them to place because it's only a single file.
Yeah.
Single, like one lane, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean for sure. We were testing a little bit against Medusas. They're pretty scary. Except for a couple things, right? They only have a base, so they have an 11 attack.
Mm-hmm.
How are they pumping higher? Are they just hopefully they just roll to just hit?
I've seen before the rotation they were playing with Yellow Jacket. I haven't seen it post rotation, but I think Wasp from Avengers Infinity does something similar.
Yeah.
I can't remember her point value. How many points is she?
She's 70.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot.
Well, I think Yellow Jacket was 65, wasn't he?
60.
60. Okay, so 10 more points.
10 points. Yeah. That's a
giant girl.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to pump up the damage than it is the attack.
Yeah, because they're going to be having empower. So
on some of the aim.
I think you're running on probability of the amount of attacks you're dishing out. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, because the first turn you get close to him, you get the 3 free attacks, and then the second turn.
No. They're not doing it on turn 1. They cannot get across the map on turn 1.
No, I'm saying the first turn you get to them, you're getting 3 free attacks.
Yeah, that's if you can get there without getting shot. That's the whole thing, right? Because if you're playing, let's say you're playing a Cosmic Team, you can actually let's say for the sake of argument here, you're playing. Let's say they're going to be like a +7, 6. You're playing like a. Okay, let's say you're playing Nate White's team.
Mm-hmm.
It's +9. Puts you on amok time. Astronomer hits you across the map for a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So, does he have EE?
Does he have range combat expert?
He'll have,
from the power gen.
That's a lot.
I know, but they have to shoot through the hairs first.
Yep.
Oh, so they're just gonna make the hair right there? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's free action to make the hair. You have to shoot through the hairs first.
Do they block?
They do because they're standard size. They're body blockers. As long as you can shoot through characters, you can get through them. But for the most part, you move up. You play either 2 or 3 Medusas, and then you drop your Medusa hairs, and they sort of give you some protection.
Yeah, it's like a hair shield.
So then you'd have to.
Right.
Okay, then you'd have to have a way to shoot through them.
The tank trap is a good idea too, but I feel like a decent player will probably say, I should pack 1 map just in case, for something like that.
Yeah.
Right, for sure. But that's also assuming that they win the map. That's right. Like the whole point. What I was like, why the format is kind of rough because you're really dependent on getting the map. So like I was saying, Nate White's team is a +9.
That's a lot.
That's really hard for him to lose the map.
That's a lot of floras. Yeah. I've seen for playing Devil's Advocate, the Medusa team does have a lot of giant girls on it. So
yeah, they're normally playing like a +7, +6, right? Because they're playing 3 Medusas.
I think 7 is kind of like the number, yeah. So like Nate's team should have like a net +2, maybe like net 3 in some cases.
So there are some cases, and even the other themes that are like +6.
Yeah.
That's not. It's just I just will get worried about after playing against one, and losing the map. He literally missed. Like he called in, if he had trouble alerts on his sideline, he could have called him in on me, but he didn't because he didn't have enough for his sideline. But needing to hit 9s on people sometimes with multiple probs is hard because let's say you're playing against Matty G's team that has 3 probs and like 3 perplexes or something. Yeah. You have to hit those 21s. That's. Oof. And then that's not even counting if you got to go through the super senses or shape change or whatnot.
Yeah. So and team probs only go so far.
Yeah, that's for sure that's probably the preeminent. I would say the preeminent like Alpha Strike team. Would you say, or is there another one? Are the boomerangs still good?
Definitely.
But yeah, I don't know what they'd be played off the top of my head, but I feel like anything, solid.
And I'm playing with the Medusas. You don't have to run a theme team.
It's true.
Yeah. Oh well, then that's even scarier. Like because then now
because the hairs die and then they get the free attack, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
And they're like half the cost of Medusa, and they have just as much damage output, and they pack their own enhancement for each other.
Yeah.
And then if you're playing the red aim, in addition, he can pump it up an additional time.
Yeah. But they're still hitting.
It's easier to pump damage than attack, I think, right now.
No,
but they're still hitting. But they're still only hitting at a 10. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's not so great. You're really relying on how many chances are you going to get through.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, that's what you were talking about. Yep. So let's might as well segue into that. That's the number of chances that you were saying, like basically what the format is right now, right?
It's totally pivoting into the like odds of like dice rolls and how many free attacks can you get? How many chances do I get to roll out?
So you wrote an article for us talking about how things have shifted. Go ahead and explain for everybody to like what it was that your main point was.
I think it's like basically like your weather forecasting. You're identifying new like metagame trends, and then this should be like the way the game is going to be moving forward or the way it's being designed. It's designed for multiple layers of rollouts, lots and lots of free attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's still some no die tech, like how many hits can you take and still be active and viable in the game. So and the idea was that another point I made was there's not as much you won't need. I shouldn't say it like that. I should say at a certain point skills are going to be capped off, and then odds are going to be starting to take over more relevant in the game moving forward.
Because is it because you're rolling so many more dice?
Yes. I think so. So like in the past, you could outmaneuver an opponent. You set them up. They have like one layer of protection, impervious or super senses. Rarely it was two, but it maybe sometimes was two. And you can kind of get around that, or your opponent only had a 30% chance of getting out of this attack. Now it's like a 60-something% chance, and so there's for all the time and effort you put into it, or all the maneuvering. It may not pay off like it used to in the past. Dice are going to have more of a role in the future game.
I think one of the things that what like really illustrates this is the change to precision strike to make it where they can still roll out.
Hit that 6.
Whereas before you just couldn't use it. So like if you had 2 layers of protection, let's say you had super senses shape change. All you needed to have was one outwit and a guy just have precision strike, and then you were set. So you're like, cool. I'll outwit your shape change, and then I'm going to shoot you. Now, if the same scenario, he still has a chance to roll.
Yeah, he does.
And if for example, they're on Wakanda, well, I get to roll again.
Hi.
So it's wild. So like, if you're playing Wakanda, let's say you are going up against that Black Panther. He's got props, so you have to make 2 rolls against his defense first, 19. Then he's going to get double super sense rolls, a shape change roll, because he's most likely going to have a symbiote, and then you got to get through impervious. That's like 6 rollouts he gets. 6.
Yeah.
And that's like probably best case scenario, but you see what I'm saying, right? So you need that's what they're making, I think, all these figures with all these multiple attacks. So if the first guy doesn't get it, the second guy doesn't get it, the third free attack may get it, Yeah. You may get like 2 damage through or something. I don't know.
Do you think that's good for the game going forward? The way the design is?
I personally don't like it. I like to see players outmaneuvering other players. I like the art of the skill, the dance and the fight. I like seeing all that more than I like seeing dice roll. Dice roll is you can just throw dice back and forth all day.
It's funny that you mentioned this because before Alan moved, we were talking strategy and stuff, and he's like, make your team so you don't have to roll dice. That you have to roll the least amount of dice, or if you are rolling dice, the odds are like ridiculously
in your favor.
So it's different how the games change towards having to roll a ton of dice versus not having to roll a lot of dice.
I think probably from their past, maybe data that they've maybe been gathering. Hopefully they have that they want the game to go longer so people have a feeling of playing longer in games. Whereas if you get one-shotted on your tent pole and you couldn't do anything about it, not only do you just lose in like turn 2 or whatever,
It's very disheartening.
But then you also just like it narrows down what you can play a lot more, because you're like, well, I can't play these kind of pieces because I'm just gonna die. Now with the multiple rollouts, they like, okay, I can actually play that piece because I have a chance now. So I noticed a lot of the times when they're playing, the games do go longer. They seem like they go longer because of the rollouts, high defenses. Like you were saying, you can pump damage, but the attack is harder.
Yeah.
So because of that, there's just going to be more misses, and because more misses, you got to go another turn.
Yeah, you do.
So
to add on to your point, you're going to see top tier meta open up as well.
Yeah.
More players will be let into the top tier meta, making final tables because of the new style of gameplay, which I think is promoting more competitive play, just in a different way.
Right. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like it feels to me it would be like how poker, there's a chance for anybody, like, you know what, I could get lucky and get in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like much harder, right? For like the top guys to consistently stay, because then you'll have these outliers coming in. And that also, it means that you have a shot now, so then you'll try it. So for here, you know what, I got a shot. Maybe I'll try to play, because they want to play some piece that they've been always wanting to play, but now they're just like, okay, let's load them up with some of these things, and then now I have a shot. So
load them with some no die tech where they just like you get to pump six successful hits in to get them killed. It's like, dude, so if I make a play error or placement error or something like that, it's not going to throw my game into the trash can. I can keep going.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It's more room for error.
And it was funny, Jeff. I don't know if you saw this, but like for some reason, Nate took that as like a shot, and and came back, and I was like, well, I don't think that was the case at all. I think you're just making an observation. He just happens to disagree with it, which is fine.
Yeah,
but it was definitely not a shot like at the current crop of players playing. It's just saying that this is the trend.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, just the different type of figures coming out have more defensive powers than they had in the past, or it's easier to.
Have you noticed there's a lot more 19 defense guys, right?
Yeah, well,
there's a lot more. Like, it seems like maybe maybe they're just maybe those are the pieces that are just being played, but it seems like there's a lot, and you can't outwit them because these 19 defense guys.
There's more 19 defense pieces that aren't ridiculously expensive.
There you go. Yeah,
and you can play them on a competitive team instead of paying 250 points, and you get a 19 defense. You're paying 100, and it has super sense of shape change.
So, do you think with all of the layers of that, other than Black Panther, do you feel like Pulse Wave should just make a massive comeback in this?
I think it is.
I feel like you should just be looking at Pulse Wave.
The new Magneto Colin with 2 perplexes to defense takes out Kobik in 1 hit.
Damage, yeah.
Damage, sorry.
Yeah.
It takes out Kobik in 1 hit. Panther in 1 hit.
Pulse Wave, huh? It all comes back down to Pulse Wave.
Well, as we were talking about the Teen Titan team with Starfire, Run Shot Pulse Wave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, she's Cosmic.
Yeah.
They're Cosmic.
With a stop click.
And shape change. No, not in the lower level, the
oh, jeez. Man, yeah, so...
Hypersonic EE is pretty good, too.
Yeah. Oh, man. Have you seen... maybe the last... So, because Unseen seems to be being played in, spades now, there's less and less Retaliator-based teams, it looks like. You might have, they might play, I'll just have this Groot, and really it's because it's a cheap leadership.
And the Walking Woods.
But it's not part of your strategy anymore. Whereas before that used to be a thing. The strategy was to just spam retail people. Because if you look at, for example, the I don't know, other than the
Groots and Flores.
Yeah, the Groots and Flores. The Flores don't really retaliate.
They're just there not to die.
And they're there
for so irritating. Body blocking and healing, and they're just there to really irritate you.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, I know.
If I could make a point on Unseen, I think that the byproduct of not playing so many Colossals is because he works so well with the Kobik stealing team abilities. He's such a great support piece to where She comes over, swaps your team abilities, and he just has all the support powers to say, you can't use your shape change or super senses. Let's call him this ID. Let's blast you for 6 or something. He's so good at that.
Yeah.
And he's out there so often now.
Yeah.
And like a healthy byproduct of having him out there is -2 to your attack on retails.
Yeah.
It's like discouraging that too, But he works so well with the Kobik Trader combo. It's like,
is there anything out there now that Deadpool is gone? The Merc. Is there anything that stops like bonuses? Oh, Mr.
Terrific a little bit, but he's scientist.
He's got a place. You think he's got a place in this?
No. He's too squishy.
I think
even if you keep him in the back,
his keywords don't make sense right now.
Scientist.
I think the trade-off of I can move away from Cosmic. I can try Scientist or JSA, but your team isn't going to be as potent or as strong.
Well, JSA just lost a bunch of pieces.
But do you have to be theme? Right?
I think with onboard equipment, if you're going to play onboard equipment to stay relevant, then yes, it is. Because the Avengers, Cosmic, they all steal your onboard equipment. They blow it up, or like the Hairs can pick it up and retreat back with it. It's so if you're playing onboard equipment, then I think theme team matters. I think if you're playing like the Rushdown Medusas, I think theme team matters because you need map.
Yeah,
that's true. So I think it's because map relevance.
So equipment comes down to theme, which is what they've always wanted in the past was to like have more theme stuff, and now here we are.
But we really kind of
overwent. They swung the
pendulum
pendulum the other way, all the way.
Teams. Yeah, it's like Cosmic Avengers, like
instead of here, it just went all the way to the other side. Instead of like being like this.
Yeah, like before the rotation was easier because there's more unique pieces that would be worth breaking the theme, like Overdrive or a designated.
That's a good point that you made because pre-rotation there were more sets.
Yeah.
Now we're at the smallest point it possibly be.
So we'll see what we'll get over the next couple of years.
So in a month or two, it could be way different.
Yeah, who knows what's coming in that X-Men set?
Star Trek.
Would make more
Star Trek. I keep forgetting about Star Trek.
Star Trek is end of the month.
Ooh,
hopefully there's something good.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I like Star Trek.
Yeah. More cosmic.
Yeah, right.
And Soldier.
Yeah. Oh, if there's a lot of good soldiers, then the boomerangs could be good.
So I feel like the other Star Trek set, the first one, had a lot of soldiers in it.
Yeah. Are they? Yeah.
Full Coulson carrying around soldiers, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. That's yeah. So if they can get a couple of good pieces, then soldiers would.
Or we'll get some new robots with the Borg.
So so then basically that soldier team just needs to replace Samcap, right?
Yeah, but +3 to movement and
+3 move, call in,
flex.
That's huge.
And action after you've been carried is hard to replace there.
Yeah.
One thing that's replacing that are like free attacks now.
Yeah. You know what? You just put
one of the Sulus.
2 more boomerangs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. What else? There's okay. So what about Black Adam? Hey, relax.
The mystical team.
Calm down.
I like the team.
I do too.
Just against Kobik, it gets shut down so quick.
Damn, that's right.
Kobik shuts down so many teams.
But the good thing about him is that he can keep moving every turn regardless.
Yeah.
And if you play Symbiote versus Remaker Ring, then he's auto braking.
Yeah.
He's auto moving. He's getting away from her. I don't know if she can chase him down, but
would you play the Remaker or the Symbiote for him?
I play Symbiote. I have a team with a Symbiote with him, and then Sheriff Strange is out there as well, so he can.
Oh yeah.
So if she's locking him down, at least I get ID call-ins, or he's doing something to kind of hopefully disrupt it.
Try Sentinel.
I have 2 of them. I'm playing 2 of them.
Oh, that's good.
Do you have a Daredevil on the team?
A +6 Mystic theme team. Yeah, I wasn't really. I wanted to play, but I was just not prepared at Nationals, which is why I played like the no die tech because I could make errors and I could keep playing my game.
Oh man, what was the meta game there? Was it all Kobik? Was there a lot of Kobik?
Yeah, Kobik was defeating other Kobik. They were knocking other Kobiks out, so there would have been a lot more had the pairings been differently.
Oh, okay.
So as it was whittling down to the end, all the Kobiks were knocking each other out, and so it looked like a 4 Kobik versus
Right.
for other different styles, but all the Kobiks knocked out all the other Kobiks. It's sort of like that's just how it kind of happened. But if one match went the other way, then it would have been like all Kobiks in the end. But
Oh my god.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But it's a lockdown. The archetype is the immobilize or the lockdown tech. And I think anything that can take away like the other opponent's ability to even play the game is sort of terrible.
Is Unimind even still a thing? You think?
Is what?
Unimind.
He's still
Kobik
good.
and Trader out there. They just lock him down.
Yeah, I think Kobik and Trader still
power cosmic
goes away.
Ugh.
One shot him.
What about Thanos?
Ultra Chase Thanos is viable.
He's still up there. Good. Yeah, he's surprisingly still up there, which is fine.
He does well.
He just won one, right? John Burgess
you just gotta play smart.
You know who would make sense in this meta today versus like 5 or 4 years ago is Felix Faust. If you put Felix Faust in today's meta, I think he would fit right in, and nobody would even complain about it.
Because of all the other stuff.
Because of all the other stuff, all the free attacks. If he's shutting down this, you still have this. There's so much other things you can do now.
Yeah,
I think he'd fit right in, especially with limiting him to 7 range like they did.
Yeah,
I think I think he would totally make sense to be back in like the meta today, and nobody would even bat an eye at it. Nobody would bat an eye, in my opinion.
Is the free action thing that he does, the 7 range, is it a burst or is that an aura? Like a burst that it checks right there, or is it move when he moves? The 7 squares.
No, it moves when he moves. It's an aura.
Okay.
Yeah. He just has to activate it.
Okay.
But I think that if you were to bring him back in today's meta, I think he'd fit like right in. I don't think anybody would complain.
Yeah.
He's right at a mystical team, and the mystical team would be a lot more viable than what it is right now.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get much mystical in Star Trek or X-Men.
Yeah, those are the next 2, right?
Probably just a couple mystics, and that's in like X-Men. That's about it.
We've had our fill of mystical for a long time.
Right.
Dating all the way back to your team.
Yeah. It's just like those generic keywords are sometimes so easy to like just load up because it crosses universes and they're pumping out lots of sets and the characters are typically popular and they have that keyword, so you're getting them.
So right now it's Cosmic, Kobik,
Avengers.
But you can change the Cosmic, you can change Kobik to like Thanos, Unimind, whatever, Lord Chaos, whatever. But basically, they all function the same. So that's I blanket that put that as under one umbrella. And then Avengers with Medusa or Black Panther, you would say.
Yeah.
The whatever Black Panther from the new set. You think he's viable?
He can do a lot of damage with the hypersonic.
But the whole unseen putting the smoke under you and outwitting him is a problem, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't even think the 150 pointer is going to be that solid anymore either, because that he has no stealth and
Okay, so the free attack archetype, which is the Boomerang Elites, Medusa. Who else are those the only 2 we have?
There's the chases from the original Star Trek from the away team, the Sulu and the Kirk, the shirtless.
Right. And I guess to a certain extent, Vulture, once he hits, he just keeps going.
He's free attack.
Exactly.
But he doesn't function the same though. But I mean, I guess we can put them. That's kind of like the Alpha Strike type of.
I put them in the same basket. Yeah.
So we got those
free attack basket.
And then the third one is Undying Tech, which I don't know how much. There's no more Joker, so like what else?
So it's like Lockjaw. You have the Challenger, which is a new Undying Tech. He has like 6 of these markers, but he's a bigger, more.
He's like 175, right?
Yeah,
he gets this.
He's a big figure.
But
and then you have GCPD Cop or Corrupt Cop, which may see some more action in
because
the future.
She's 40 points.
There's more X-Men coming out, right?
You can also call in all the 40-point X-Men guys.
Yeah, there's new X-Men that are cheaper that she can call in now.
The only problem is once the cop dies, it goes back to the starting area. So you have to come all the way back out. That's
the problem.
That's a problem.
It is. If you're like battling halfway down the map, I'd say that's probably okay. But if you're like a rush down and you're going, but no die tech has been typically kind of slow moving.
That's that aggressive.
Right.
Daredevil's part of it too, but their movement is very shallow, and traditionally their damage is also kind of shallow. Daredevil stepped it up a notch. Challenger, I mean, his point cost is kind of out the roof, but he has a lot of potential to do like a lot of damage as a hard to kill piece.
Yeah. But, so we got 3. We got
and anyone with multiple stop clicks, I consider the hard to kill, and I throw them in the basket too.
Like the point denial type thing.
Yeah.
So we got
stop click that can heal off of it.
Yeah.
So the new Wolverine.
Yeah, but I don't know how much that would be. I mean, and probably not now. I don't know, maybe.
We'll see. Points? Depends on what else they make.
Yeah.
It's just I see the trend that they're continuing making this type of.
Yep.
I will say the super senses are nice on that stop click.
Do you think? Yeah. Okay, so have you seen the WWE stuff, George? When you were there?
No, I saw Macho Man, and that was it. Like whatever I saw Macho Man.
But like I think WWE could change. It could definitely change how the game is played, because remember how how the biggest problem when there's like a big beat stick, you're like, well, it doesn't have range, so it's just gonna die when he runs up. Right, by the time he gets in combat, he's dead. That's why like these big tent pole pieces that aren't range guys, they're not good. But they have the new WWE ability is if they haven't attacked, there's a clause where it says they cannot be range attacked until something happens.
Okay.
So and they also at the beginning of the game, if it's like you're in your starting area in your first turn, they can just move for free.
That's right. I remember that.
Like a walk down to the.
It's like yes, it's called grand entrance.
Like they get a free. It's like a free move or something.
It's a free move when you're in the starting area. Yeah. So it's like a Black Adam, but you don't have to roll. You just move.
That's cool.
But they really also cannot be range attacked until something. There's a clause for it, but it gives you some protection.
Attack or something.
So they have limited protection, which is good. Which they probably need that. Oh, that's great.
So that's why I'm saying, like, if there is actually good close combat guys from WWE, they might actually make a splash because they can't be shot.
Yeah.
Well, for what they're charging, I sure hope something is going to be competitive. I mean, it has to be, right? Or else why would you buy it, right?
What is it? $8 for one?
Yeah, MSRP.
Yeah.
We better get like a freaking object or something. A chair or something
that's what I said. I was like, yeah, everything comes with an object.
Yeah, like a dumpster or something. Because like if we don't, like man, that's a lot. Because like the gravity feeds now are like $4.
Well, the Genesis is $5.
That's a glorified gravity feed for double the price.
Yeah, that's a lot of licensing. I mean, they're probably paying for the licensing on that one.
I know, right?
I'm pretty sure WWE had a lot to do with everything in designing the figures.
But still,
everything.
I'm interested in it. I mean, at least some of the older figures that I recognize, I'd be interested in picking some of those up if they're good.
Yeah, but I guess that's not until later. That's not until I think August. So we don't have to worry about that. But I'm just forecasting going forward. Yeah. We might see a lot of just brawls from now on instead of how right now everybody's just shooting clear across the map.
Yeah.
And then once you get shot, then the guy retails across, and then whatever, then we can fight. But right now, it's just I'm gonna call in Cyclops, running shot, shoot you, and then sidestep out, or I'm gonna TK Astronomer and I'm gonna shoot you from like 12 squares out, 11 squares out, and then we just do this back and forth. Unless you're playing like the
one shooting bazookas.
Yeah. So, but maybe it might change.
Yeah. More close combat.
Yeah, because. Sam Cap could do it too, right? But she's gone. So there goes that. And there's no one that gives a +3. God, that's insane. Like the +3 in the move too.
Yeah. It's going to be missed.
So I know that there's... So we got the... Overdrive's gone. A lot of the taxis. Some,
Rentilli.
What about...
Voyager's out there with 14 movement though.
Yeah, no, Voyager's a good replacement.
She's part of the Avengers thing, so...
What about Kite Man? He's 15 points and he carries 2 people.
Yeah, but now we're swimming back into non-theme team waters, right? We're crossing that little buoy.
Is he worth breaking theme?
You did it.
Yeah, we're going to be breaking theme. So it's like you got to play it out. What's that?
You did it and won.
Oh yeah, I know, but that was also over a year ago, right? Or a year ago.
Green Arrow's still legal, right?
He's still
Green Arrow's
legal.
still legal.
Yeah,
you said you don't think he'll make a comeback, do you, Pat? I think last week you said he wouldn't make a comeback.
No. Okay, not in the current form of playing Gotham City.
Yeah.
If you play him on a non-theme, I think yeah, why not? Because there's no more Hawkeye.
Yeah.
He could get slotted in on that Hawkeye team. Just change
or
around the pieces.
Put a gem on him or something.
Or something. Like, I mean, I feel like you could see him still played. I just don't know if maybe it's not now, maybe it's in the future. I don't know. But the fact that if he hits and he can turn off like their defense for the rest of the turn, your follow-ups could just kill them.
That's pretty important. Super senses or impervious eliminates a lot of that.
Or like reflexes. Like, for example, like in the what you were talking about, you can play the Boomerang Elites on a non-theme with Medusas. Okay, so let's say you play Green Arrow alongside Medusa, and Green Arrow hits the main guy. Now he has no more defense. Medusa's go in there and just kill him. Because you have no more defense. You know,
that.
You know, that's or you
and there's enough hairs to circle him to protect him.
Yeah. You can play him with the boomerangs where he shoots with the enhancement, no defense, and the boomerangs follow it up and kill him.
Yeah, the boomerangs are ranging too. It's pretty nice. I mean, he's on my table right now. I got him. I was thinking about him today.
See, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I was thinking about him today.
Especially if like let's say Thanos is played. He's got like invincible all over the place.
Yeah, and he's got like at least a 21 defense, 22.
He's got to connect one time, and then like the House of Cards goes down, and he dies.
Yeah, he has a House of Cards because he has no rollout.
It's just getting past all that invincible and high defense, which Green Arrow can do. He can easily get to a 15 attack. That's like not even a problem.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Then boom! All right, you take 3. Now here comes my follow up. You're dead.
Bye.
So so there's no WizKids Open you're playing at, George?
Not on the 20th, no. No, I'm going to miss it again. Jeff? Hopefully this is the last one I miss right now.
I'm going to Chico on the 20th.
What are you going to play? Because I was going to ask what you guys are going to play.
I think I know what I'm going to play.
Wait, what would you play, George, since you're not going?
Oh, gosh. The Mystical team. I want to give Black Adam a shot, so yeah. I've been playing Mystical a lot lately.
Okay.
I was thinking about Thanos.
Thanos, yeah. I mean, it's just. Like,
why not?
We don't have them.
Oh.
I mean, we have them, but like somebody, nobody wants to trade that in too because it's good.
Yeah, we have I think 3 interplay group.
Yeah. We have a couple. It's just they just don't really play like Michael has it, so that's good. But like a couple other guys have it, but they don't like really play. They collect and they play every once in a while. So it's
Richard
like, well,
right?
That's just going to be there.
I think Richard played it at the regional.
He did, yeah.
And that Tony played it.
He just doesn't come here Richard lives far, so he doesn't come here very often.
Yeah, Tony and Steve were saying they're like an hour away from you, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, they're all pretty far. It's just when we have like when there's something big, they will come by to practice because they want to. Like when it was for nationals or whatever, they came.
Nice.
Some practice in. Might as well get your reps in before you go out there. So Worlds is supposed to be coming up in September, right? But we don't know
where
details.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what location. We know what city.
Is there? Have they put the schedule at all of like the schedule of events?
No. I haven't seen anything. I will say when I go to the WizKids website, it's still advertising for the winter WKO.
So they don't have the summer WizKids
I didn't see it.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess
they're busy.
I think the individual venues are advertising kind of like instead, right?
Yeah. But usually they at least have a little, hey, this is happening. Check where you're like,
go here, and
but they're like 3 months behind the website.
Yeah, you definitely should be doing that if you're trying to promote your game. But yeah, I mean, I didn't even. I mean, the only reason why I knew it was coming up was because Aaron was telling me that his was at the the end of the end of last month. So I'm like, oh, so it's that's what it was. But is that the only one that's around you, Jeff? Is this Chico?
Chico, and then on the 27th they're gonna have one at SAC at Great Escape Games, but I'll be camping that weekend, so.
Okay.
Sorry guys, I won't be there.
Are they both constructed?
Yes, they just had one at Reno this last weekend. It was 8 people and it was sealed.
8 people and sealed. Oh wow, I didn't even know about that. Okay.
Yeah. It's in Reno. It's like 4 hours from me, so it's at least like 10 hours from you.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't expect you to know about it.
I went there for Gamma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
I want to go to Gamma. Yeah, that's when you got all those lockjaws.
Oh dude, that was awesome. We got 2 lockjaws. Yeah, that was 2 lockjaws when it just came out. So
yeah, they were
that's when it was selling for like $300.
$300. Oh my god.
I can't remember that.
I had 2 of them, so I was like, well, this pays for everything.
Yeah.
And I sold them because I had one.
Yeah.
You have to.
Cool.
To pay your trip back. You have to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
you
all right.
won in Colorado for that WKO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I won mine in SAC. Yeah, I was happy I didn't have to buy that one.
Oh, man. So, what do you think of the Vulture in the format? Is it Vulture all the time, or is it Vulture with, like, has to be another plan? Because you know how there's like
how you running Vulture?
Yeah, are you running an all-in Vulture, or are you doing like I'm running a Vulture team, but I also have this.
That's if you're all in. I have a problem with being all in on Vulture because you're most likely not playing a theme team.
Right.
Your onboard equipment's going to get TK'd away, or something's going to happen to it. You have to play with someone else. I think you almost have to.
Which is what Patrick was playing.
Right.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was Hawkeye Vulture. So if something happens to Vulture stuff, then Hawkeye come get you.
Right.
If you don't, if you don't take your stuff, Vulture's gonna get you.
Yeah.
So Vulture's part of the free attack thing. I mean, it just makes more sense to compile that and strengthen it, right?
Yep.
So you have to work with it more Medusa something to go and finish whatever he can't clean up, or if he goes one way, Medusa and
that's actually a good. So you would do like you have like probably 2 pit crews.
I think so.
Right? Like the taxi pit crew that goes Medusa, and then the TKing crew that has Vulture, which you can do because they're all pretty cheap.
Yeah, it's almost like playing two separate kind of teams. Yeah, you got to something
like
that
2 units. You're gonna go up the middle and flank them on the side.
Yeah, and Big Tony's can go to both of them.
Yeah,
that's pretty. Yeah, Big Tony's like the preeminent perplexer. Yeah. That's insane. Like we sold out of Big Tony's real quick.
That's so
as
funny.
soon as rotation hit, you're like, oh, Big Tony's. Because
he's great.
It's weird. Previously, it was Betty Brant, but nobody was playing Betty Brant.
Because the push to get rid of perplex, right?
Yeah. But you can do it on turn 2 because you're not doing anything on turn 1. You're just moving her around. So
turn 2, you need to do a lot of stuff, and
if you need the actions, if you can do it with 3 actions, then you can do it.
Or Tony can carry each other, and
no, I'm saying before Big Tony was out.
Oh, right.
Like when it was before Big Tony was out, it was Betty Brant, but nobody was playing Betty Brant. Now Big Tony's out. Oh, let's play Big Tony. But for sure, it's because he has it on the top dial for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just need to bring back some con artists.
Yeah, I mean, she was basically a con artist.
Yeah,
like 4 more points. Con artist was like 11. She's
11,
Yeah.
So have you? So if you're gonna come to ours,
yes.
Have you given any thought besides Lex to what you?
I'm trying to think of what the heck was going to be played because it's again you're talking like this huge.
Yeah. Well, okay.
If
you look at Jeff played in ours, and you can look at the past lists.
Mm-hmm.
Quinjet, variations of Quinjet is prevalent.
Mm-hmm.
Shredders of all forms, whether it's
Oh yeah.
Jeff playing Phoenix Force with it, or you're playing Shredders with Lydia Malor, Monster. So basically, think of Tyler's team, but you take out the whales and you put Lydia Malor.
Oh, yeah. And she's stealing something from somebody.
And your monster, so your theme.
And it shuts down a lot of teams.
And because she's not, you save points, you can play a resource on that team, which is normally a battery. So there's that. There's also a bunch of a lot of tentpole / one-man armies, like Yellow Goblin.
Oh, I hate that team.
Goblin King.
Fucking hate that team.
Right.
They're scary. He's really scary. It's just if you're able to take his ring, and he's just not that good.
Dang, you know who shuts down Yellow Goblin? Kobik and Trader.
Yeah. There you go, man. Oh my god. Mistress Death is a thing there too. A lot of people playing Mistress Death because of you can give charge to her. So
you can still play the hammers, but you can't play the actual resource, right? Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So Split Lip is huge. Split Lip is played a lot.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
The power plant.
Power plant. Like Emilia was playing.
Emilia had the power plant, right?
Mystiques. He's playing Mystiques.
Oh yeah.
They're not as you can't attack them. That's a no point denial. But they're not as strong anymore because there's a whole crap load of Pulse Wave because we took Ophidian off the ban list. We took Super Skull off the ban list. Exospecs came in, and we put Omega Drive, which was a big part of their strategy, on the ban list.
Nice. Yeah.
So
that was good.
It made Mystique. So it's still good. It's just no longer unbeatable almost.
Yeah.
There's varying degrees of slate type of teams that pulse wave from across the map.
Wasn't there a Blue Panther or something?
Yes, Blue Panther. So Panther with the Cosmic Panther with the
Indigo?
The blue battery that lets you re-roll a d6 on your opponent's turn.
It's like a 7th. Oh my god.
Yes. It's
like a 7th rollout.
Yeah. You know what he lost to? He lost to a Quicksilver X-Men team in 2 turns.
Okay.
Oh, I remember that team.
Because the Quicksilvers have flurry, right?
Yeah.
Well, you have to and one of them had the harness.
Oh, okay.
So you can't. So it's Battle Fury. So he's like, okay, well, I have 4 attacks, and you don't get Battle Fury in one of these. Your only way out of this is to roll your freaking imperv.
Yeah.
And because I think he has Precision Strike too.
Mm-hmm.
So, missed, and then he just hits him and killed him.
Jeez. I guess, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate for that guy.
Yeah, there's a bunch of what else? There's some. What other cool teams that I see? The Hulks. If you the Hulks.
Yeah, the smashing. I got them over here.
You play them with the Pandora's box, so they have sidestep, and so they're just you play multiple Hulks, and they just
start quaking.
Yeah, they quake, and then you usually play them with this. Remember this Captain America from?
I do.
As forces, 50 points.
So one of the things is you let this guy power action to carry the Avenger taxi, moving him all the way across. And then Hulk sidesteps and then Quake, sidestep, Quake.
Sure would be fun if the DC 10th Lex would activate off of move actions, but he's got to phase teleport.
He's got to be phase teleport, right?
Yeah. And they changed how move interacts with phase teleport.
What was that? What was it that you were doing with it? I remember it was so sick. It was like you did something off. Was it with
the utility belt? Was the resource? You DPA him to +2 stats, and then you free activate GCPD, and he gets to attack twice per round with no tokens. Every round he's attacking twice, no tokens ever.
Right, because
Batmite's on the team. It was Batmite GCPD.
Oh, because
he's going bonkers. Yeah,
because he copied the GCPD ATA, right?
Yeah, and in a pinch, you could always power action for the 3rd attack.
Right.
For another.
That's actually, can't do that.
Free attacks. Right?
Because that they changed the ATA rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a really nice. I was like, damn, that's genius. Oh, man,
it was fun.
Another Lex team that
What they
That's like-
changed the ATA rules to?
I think
You have to play theme team.
the theme teams.
Oh, okay.
So like
That's how it
before,
always was since I've been playing. Sorry.
before you didn't have to do it.
Oh, you only could just pay for like one character.
No, you don't have to theme team. You could just put one ATA on your team.
Yeah,
Oh.
HCs were just a thing. Like, this is cool. I get a bonus for my
Yeah.
having the keywords.
Oh yeah, that was really smart. It's right because you're able to get a move action on. Right, you get a move action at the beginning of your turn, and then your move action is phasing, and then you get to attack.
Yeah, but then they changed the wording of phasing and moving to, like, one's capital, one's small.
Oh,
So it's different now. So you can't do that anymore.
Wait, I thought phasing is a move action.
It's like a command. It's like capital MOVE, right?
Right.
It's not like, so like a lot in all the characters out there that grant any kind of move is like lowercase move.
No, but the GCPD ATA says you're given a move action for free.
I don't remember. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
it's
so
like,
you're able to do that because I was doing it with Phantom Girl.
Yeah, all the wild cards could copy it.
Yeah, because Phantom Girl says when she's given a move action, she can attack.
Right, or like something like that, or steal or knock off.
Take off the
resources or relics or something. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah,
I was doing that with her. So, yeah. Oh yeah, totally forgot about that, Lex, man. That 160 points, man. That guy was solid.
Yeah, I would try something like that again. That would be fun. But you can't attack free anymore. So
yeah,
at least not with anyway.
Well, it looks like you'll have to go with 200 point Lex.
Yeah, I know, he's so expensive.
Yeah, 200 point Lex.
Think of all the Collins you can get though with the.
Yeah, look at all the Collins, man. That's awesome.
Murder Machine, right? You get Murder Machine now. Like
oh, jeez. There you go.
So he can kind of keep going and going as long as he's killing something.
Well, you just gotta have, but you also gotta have enough. I mean, because if you're gonna vary your ID Collins, you gotta, or like I have a lot, you gotta have a bunch of guys on your team, right?
Yeah. Well, no, because I would play with the round table or something.
Oh, you wouldn't play with the Pandora's box?
I don't think so. I think because Brainiac gives him sidestep. I would just play Brainiac.
Oh, shoot.
Makes sense.
Look at that. Damn, you better get that breakaway.
Man, that sucks. I know. The Shudders would eat him up even without the breakaway.
See?
I'm worried about them a lot.
Otherwise, he's just too strong.
Yeah, I think he's still a pretty strong piece, I would think.
Oh yeah, it's when Richard was testing it last year, it was very, very strong. He actually, what he did was, it was pretty smart. He put a third sin on the Pandora's box, just so that if Lydia takes one, he still has two.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Smart.
Yeah.
So I play that now with the onboard equipment. Because I was like, well, I'm going to get one of these are going to get shot. At least I have a backup sitting on the map I can use for later, So Joker's picking up the sword, bladesing people instead of exospec. Because they'd like to come over and blow up my exospec.
That's true.
It happens.
It does.
A lot.
Maybe the Pandora's box is the better option. You're just
is that Megatron?
Then you have to play Newsboy Legion if you do that. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, is that Megatron behind you?
Yep. Yeah, him and Starscream, I got them up at the top.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
What about the on your other shoulder?
The big one.
Oh, yeah, he's sitting over there too. That's the old hard hero bust statues. I got a ton of those out right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this stuff. I used to collect like figures and things, and now I'm just sort of like hanging onto it in my basement. I don't know what to do with it.
That's cool, man. Are those all comics back there?
Yeah, old comics just from like when I was collecting or reading.
Nice.
So I got like some pretty
anything good
stuff. Well, the first, I guess I got the V for Vendetta series and the original Watchmen. Those were
nice. Okay.
Yeah, I got those in there. What else? I don't know.
First Lex, first Black Adam.
I was just gonna say first Black Adam appearance.
Yeah, it's actually the very first book that they made. No, I don't have those yet. Those are expensive, man.
I was gonna say, yeah, those are probably very expensive.
Yeah. But I was pretty happy with the Shazam movie. It was actually totally different than what I expected, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good.
It was fun.
My son loves Shazam now.
Because it was so much fun, right? It was just like a good, fun movie. So
are you
somebody looking for the sequel?
What about Black Adam movie? You excited for The Rock?
I sure hope they do. I would love to see like villains with their own movies. I mean, because I think villains are so creative and
yeah. Well,
That's the one. That's my one gripe with HeroClix is we don't get enough villains.
Heck no, we don't.
They need to do a villain set.
Yeah,
I know.
Just villains.
Yeah. You need to commission me just for like on a volunteer basis, just to make villains. I'll put together a little team of people, and we'll just make villains, like dials for villains, and say here, like just collect those, use them. It's all
V for villains.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Always get the Shaft, man. But you know what? Heroes sell, so it's like, ugh.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, bleh.
Yeah, but you can't have a good hero without a good villain.
The villains make the heroes, dude. The villains are the geniuses. They come up with the schemes, the plans. The heroes are just sort of like in front of the spotlight and propping up the establishment and doing what they're told. And
they're just reacting to the situation. They're not
pretty much. Yeah, they're so boring. They're so boring. I don't like heroes.
Yeah, I noticed. There's no Optimus. It's just Megatron.
I don't like Optimus. Have you seen him in the Michael Bay films? It's like basically like Optimus goes and kills everything.
Yeah.
It is so dumb. It is just so dumb. So why am I bothering watching this stuff?
Yeah. Well, he's done making them.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think nice.
So
I think I liked the first one he did, and that was about it.
Yeah.
I didn't care for the stories in the other ones. But I don't know. Other than that, I'm trying to put together a team for tomorrow. I'm getting into these little online win-a-map tournaments because I'm
nice.
more tethered to home. So,
dude, if you're PJ does for our site, for the page, you should do that too for us if you want to. You can use it? You can use the YouTube page to stream your win-a-maps.
Oh, well, if he's ever not competing or playing, and then I don't mind doing it.
Yeah.
Just give me a quick rundown on how to do it real fast. But if like I have time now, so I've been playing those a lot more often. But like a total difference between leading up to Origins.
How is it?
I had no time. I did not play at all.
Yeah. How do you like it?
The online thing?
Yeah.
I think it's like a good surrogate, for guys like me who can't really get out as much as I used to.
Yeah.
So it's like a good proxy from home. It's all right. At least I have some connection to go and play somewhere.
Yeah.
How often do they go? Is it every week?
Yeah. So far, it's been every week. Tuesdays.
Usually speaking of win, have you seen the new map, the King's Tomb?
It's very nice. I'd love to win one.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I really want.
Have you seen it, Pat?
No. Oh, I think I have. Yeah.
So it's basically like the underground cavern, but it's indoors with elevated, separating more stuff.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It is. I like those complicated maps. Those are nice.
Yeah. It'll make traversing much more difficult, but it'll be good. Very defensive map.
So
that actually may dictate what kind of teams you play too, is the terrain. If it throws a good map and like my team can win on this map, it may be worth it to build that team.
Your team.
Map. But if you don't win the map, that's the
you're toast. Yeah.
There is an argument to be made. Like I remember there's a guy, Jeremy Springer, a while ago. Mm-hmm. He used to say, if your team has to rely on a specific map, your team is not really that good. He used to have that. He used to say that all the time.
I see where he's coming from.
Yeah, because if you have to, basically he's saying if you can't win on your map, then it's not that good. I'm like, huh. That's interesting because what happens if you don't win the map? Can you still win?
That's why I never play theme teams.
Things are more difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at Patrick Fraser's win, right? His team was not theme.
Yeah, and I don't think he said he won map roll at all. Maybe once or twice.
He won twice. Yeah. If you look at Isaac's team from last Nationals, was not theme.
Wasn't theme.
Okay, so Tyler's was correct.
Yeah.
But his finals match against Easton, he didn't win map.
Nope. And he had a +3 on him?
Yes.
Yeah. So it happens.
It does.
So so I mean I guess there's something to be said about that, right? Because if you don't win, then can you still win?
Yeah.
So that's
you have a couple maps that are just really favorable to you, and then the rest you should be really decent and at least know your weaknesses on those maps.
Like that Hawkeye team, the old Hawkeye, the old Hawkeye team, but the one right before the rotation, that specifically needed Amok Time or Hacienda, right? Like if it lost the map and it got to go to like caverns, you just lose.
Yeah, you can't utilize him anymore.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing with Green Arrow when I'm playing non-theme team Green Arrow and I'm trying to maneuver in caverns with sidestep.
Yeah.
It's just like I might be able to set this guy up in 7 turns, but
you won. You won.
Well, that's because he didn't know what was going on.
Hey, double Voyager in the caverns with Green Arrow.
Oh, that would be funny.
He came through the wall.
Yep. Then they would take me to a muck time and I'd be way out there. That's what would happen.
Hey, well, just calling that new Iceman. When he moves, he lays down barrier. He'll be a new call-in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really interested in really getting this into the new Regenesis set to see what's really in there.
Have you played yet?
No, I have not. Okay. I'm supposed, like Thursday's the first, and I'm going to miss that too. Yeah, I know.
So Pat's having his event on the August 24th, right?
Yep.
I'm hosting a qualifier on August 3rd, so it should be fun. I got a lot of good prizing.
Dude, their pricing is insane. I was like, damn, that's just for a little thing. So the qualifier, the trial is first place gets first round bye with 300 points and free entry to our event.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But tell him what the pricing you're giving him.
So I have a prize pool of the Ghost Rider, the 1 million BC, the Batmobile, the Jupe, the Lobo, and the Magneto. So basically all the purchasables. First place gets
insane.
First place gets 2 picks from the prize pool.
Yeah,
second, third, and fourth each get a pick from the prize pool.
Yeah. This is every month, right? Or just at the end of
no.
I'll work on it. We'll see how this month goes. But
that's cool.
Hopefully it's to draw a big crowd, so we'll get some.
Because you're bringing the crew down here. I would really like to see what Landers has in store. Because listen to this team, George. Okay, tell them about the freaking capture team that everybody and their mom had to read in Fresno.
So are you familiar with capture, right, George?
Maybe not the current rules, but yeah, I'm familiar with capture.
So he had Captain James Gordon,
Jim Gordon from Arkham
Origins. GCPD or something?
From Arkham Origins.
From the game set.
Oh, the game set. Okay.
The Gravity Feed set.
Yeah. So it was from the video game. So he has the capture ability. He gave him Mjolnir, so he could capture from 10 whatever.
He gave him a sniper gun.
Oh, that's right, the sniper.
Right.
With the pink battery, I think.
Yep.
And then gave him Mjolnir, so he was capturing people from 10 squares away.
10 range.
Or more, because if you look at the effect of the pink battery says for each guy that they can see, you get +1 to your range.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So he's like 13 squares.
Yeah, so he was capturing people from 13 squares away and then going back to the starting area and basically winning because it KOs the piece. And he gets 50 points on top of it.
Yeah.
So, over half their team's gone. They're just like, what do I do now?
He ended up top 8ing with that at the Fresno event, which was our largest event. We had 26 players there.
I think I beat him in the top 8, right?
Yeah, but
very close game.
The fact that he was in there and people going, dude, he just captured my guy. We didn't do anything. He just took my guy and we just lose.
It was fucking hilarious.
That's the creativity I loved from previous years of Heroclix.
Yeah.
And it seems like today you're pulling up to McDonald's drive-through and ordering your team, kind of predetermined, inside the box sort of thinking. I love that stuff is so creative, man.
Dude, Craig Landers is his buddy. Craig Landers is one of the most creative guys that I know when it comes to Heroclix. Because he when I went up there and talked to him, he was just oh, I was thinking about this, and he would just rattle off all of these different things. And I'm like, dude, you guys been thinking? It was I've been thinking about this. So,
dude, he's always thinking of teams.
Yes.
Whenever I need a team to play, I'm like, Craig, what should I play? He's like, here you go. I'm like, all right, that didn't work out.
Yeah,
another one.
It was awesome, dude. Another one was one guy, Tyler Locke from Smetrat Games.
Yeah,
he played Carnage at 200 points with the full Infinity Gauntlet, the 40-point resource. 2 Carnages, 2 or 3 Carnages, 10-point ones, and then he played ID cards and Maximum Carnage ATA.
Oh, yuck, dude, that's gonna hurt a lot of people.
Dude,
it's like double damage, right?
Dude, yes, it's think about like almost like an energy explosion,
and it's like to all adjacent characters too. Oh.
Yes, so he's going. So his big Carnage gets hit, little Carnage retiles with Maximum Carnage, and then the symbiote is popped out.
It's made. Oh, yuck!
On top of that, Carnage is a 200-point ID battery.
Oh. That's gross.
It was awesome. He finished 9th at our event, the event that PG won. He finished 9th.
Very cool.
But it was everyone's like, wait, what does Maximum Carnage do? Oh, dude. So his team was a Maximum Carnage theme team, which was
awesome. That was actually the very first theme team that I built when I started playing HeroClix was Maximum Carnage.
Yeah, dude, it was
comic book accurate.
I was impressed.
That's awesome
because that Carnage has such a deep dial that when he connects with the green gem showing, he's just healing like 3 clicks or whatever.
The time. Oh man. Yeah. When you get down to the end, you roll that like 1 through 4, and you're on a green gem.
Yep.
Dude.
Yeah. It was like, I mean, the fact that he was playing Infinity Gauntlet, the first ever resource, still was cool, and they couldn't outwit him because he has
Power Cosmic.
Yeah, and he doesn't have willpower.
Power Cosmic too, which means Kobik can't touch him either.
Exactly.
It's true. Fuck you, Kobik.
You know who can though? Thanos can.
Yeah. Yep. Right.
But yeah,
Thanos is cool.
All of these different, these cool teams. Like one guy played like Maestro. I don't even know what he does. I just know that he had like 3 items on the side and he picked one, and he had Maestro with something, and I was like, what the heck? Yeah. So yeah, they just and he goes, I like Maestro.
Yeah, people get creative with this.
Yeah,
you see combinations you would never have seen in the format because it's everything just melded together.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So of course, there's still like the staples of like Mr. I mean, Mr. Death is now I think a staple now in that format at least. Quinjet is.
Quinjet is very powerful.
Mind, a bunch of yellow battery things, but Nighthawk Prime is also the big. Nighthawk to me is like the big equalizer in that form. Like he's the glue. Yeah. It doesn't. Yeah. It makes things not get out of hand.
The balance.
Yeah, and also Green Arrow because there's a crop load of stop clicks in that format.
As an ID.
Yes.
As a call-in. Yeah.
Yeah, that feels it. Right.
And of course, Nick Fury is the other one.
Fury too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, there's so much I gotta even.
Yeah.
I never really was in the golden age because there's just so much to think about. But now it's like it's becoming.
All you need to do is just look at like the all-star hits from days of past. You could see what you're talking about. Like one of the ones somebody played was a Jason of Sparta soldier team with Nick.
Jason of Sparta is good.
Yeah.
So that works or something, right?
Yeah. So like you can't be targeted for 1 turn, and then boom.
It's like immunity for a turn.
Yep.
Yeah. So you just move out, protected, and go from there.
Yeah.
Or you put him with like Sam Cap or.
That's exactly what's like the new
the Wonder Woman from the Fast Forces Justice League, right?
Like Ryan Nelson was talking about adding that in. Also the Phalanx Ultron drone is a 30-point soldier that can call in 120 points.
Yeah.
So can call
I think my buddy played that very similar team at the event I hosted last year.
Yeah. So that's something. Of course, we had the 250-point Hulk with full gauntlet.
That's really cool too. That's really fun.
That one Jeff's.
So I play tested that team against the Yellow Goblin, and the Yellow Goblin just destroyed him.
Yeah, but the fact that he won with Hulk because
I know
hey, man,
he got ridiculously lucky with his rolls. He clicked up to that perfect click every time.
Wow.
The 250 Hulk from Age of Ultron 008.
Yep.
Yeah, he ended up winning. He won that event. It was just him.
I remember that. I remember reading about that.
Yeah, it was really funny because it's a piece that has no range.
Yeah,
and he ended up winning because his stop click was insane. The stop click with the rage tokens.
Yeah.
And being able to regen like a
And
million.
heal, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He can increase it with the amount of tokens or something, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just just never dying. And he gets to, and he has colossal stamina, so he can keep taking up the gauntlet.
Yeah.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Very clever. Yeah, you want to get there as fast as you can.
Yep.
To the end.
So,
Start calling flowers.
Yeah. It's a good team.
It's cool, yeah. Like I said, there's a ton of cool things. So we're having our first practice tournament on Wednesday, so we'll see what people bring.
Oh, nice.
We've already. It's weird because I've sold a whole bunch of like Golden Age stuff.
Oh, nice.
Everyone's getting ready, man.
Yeah, like
I
sold a full green battery, sold a parallax entity, level 7 ID, Newsboy Legion, like things like that. You know, like these random pieces. So
everyone's getting ready, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's just like I was telling Jeff. It's just different. You know, like if you want to break from the norm, you just try this. And also our event, we are giving $1,000 away on top of all the prizing. It's
fun.
So
that'll be fun.
Makes it somewhat worth it. So all right, well, I think we've gone long enough.
Yeah, it's what like 1:30 in the morning there almost.
Yeah, almost. Dude. Black Adam needs his sleep, dude.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming on with us.
Yeah, thanks,
Very
George.
much appreciated.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Yeah, it's nice, good insight on that was good. I know we were talking about like getting you on to talk about the how it's shifting over and how it's and it's like you got to be careful to say it's not skill intensive anymore. It's like that's not what you're saying, but it could be. That's not what you're saying at all.
It's like it peaks earlier than what it used to. So. Yeah, like I was trying to use like a line graph, like at some point the game designs like a meta, like where chance is going to, take over and skill will have more nominal gains than it would have, massive gains.
Right.
And I'm trying to explain that like a top tier player is going to meet up with like a 15 ranked player. At some level their skills will intersect. And as long as it's like around that line of where the new meta threshold is going to be, then chance takes over, and it sort of smooths out like the ability, or the odds of playing one than the other. So
right.
And like you said, you're just rolling a lot more dice.
Weights or hard work. It's just the way the game is moving. It's just the way it's going.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I agree too, because I see it too, and I'm like, how many rollets do you have? Like, okay, geez, I guess I don't want to attack that guy.
Yeah.
How many times do I have to hit you to kill you? Oh,
yeah.
It's like, what the heck, dude? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're locking me down. I can't do anything. Oh, hopefully this guy can take you out in time.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So, yeah, but again, I think the on the other side, we've only had right now. It's only been a week since the new format. Hopefully, going forward, things will start to
hopefully by the end of the month,
back down, and we'll see more variety and more things. And I know that's another thing that some people like to. It's always whatever Christmas Fantasyland, whatever. But it's the fact of the matter is it's the same things.
Because we have 3 more weeks of WKOs, so hopefully we see.
So
some
we'll
new
see.
teams.
Yeah, we'll see if there's any any changes. Hopefully there are.
Non-Cosmic, Cosmic.
I suspect that it's just going to be variations of the Cosmic team, but
Cosmic is king.
Maybe I'll be wrong, and then Medusa, right?
It happens.
Yeah. So, Medusa. You get like 6 attacks around. It's like, what the heck, dude? You're like just compiling attack. All these
and they're all and the hairs are autonomous, so
at least they have plasticity. I'm sorry, not plasticity. It's a precision strike. Correct.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah.
Whatever power she has, standard power.
This is good. Yeah, that's all right. Good.
Yeah, precision strike. Yep. So they go in and it's like you make the one from last round attacks, kills itself off. Make another one. It's like
exactly
flurry, all autonomous. And then you have everyone else that wants to attack. It's just crazy. And then there's other characters outside of her. I think she just happens to be one of the better ones. Because there are people with free Quake. Like I just played Spider-Man with free end cap. I played at Spider-Man the WizKids prize with free end cap. And I was playing the Kobik Gauntlet on him. I'd go up, hypersonic, attack, hit for 3 or 4, base him, either end cap him or give him a token depending on what was going on in the scenario, and then I'd give him another penetrating from the end cap, and I was locking him down with Spider-Man. It's crazy,
I know.
All free based attacks too. It just didn't matter.
Yeah,
lockdown and free attacks. So
you know what? You need to play Billy Batson.
Yeah, he's on the Mystic team.
Oh, because he stops free actions, right?
Yeah, I got him on the Mystic team, but it's that silly nonsense of at the beginning of my turn. It's like, come on, just let me go up there. Why? Just let me go up there and do it. Everyone else does all this.
Yeah.
You know, like are your free attacks at the beginning of your turn? You can attack. No, it's like you can walk up and drop it and start attacking. Let me just say you can't.
That's a good point to make. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, like if they're gonna do that, why not have the counter be like this?
Just let me do it. You know, why do I have a stipulation?
They're trying to make it hard on you.
Yeah, right. It's funny.
All right. Well, all right. Let's finish up for sure.
Take it easy, fellas. Thanks so much.
All right. Thanks, man. Well, when anything. So Jeff, you have your event on the 3rd, and then you're going to Wizards Open next week. So
20th, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll talk about that after.
Is that next week already? Jeez.
Yeah, I know, right?
I should practice.
All right. Well, I guess until next time, guys. When in doubt, perplex the attack.
Don't forget to practice rolling your dice, guys. Take it easy.